Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Abyssal Legendary Hero Battle. Today we are taking on the beloved Queen Caeda, and earning this gold Ilian wing hairpin. And this map overall isn't that bad. There are a lot of reinforcements, and there are some pesky units, like this near save armor, and this axe cav and another axe unit that have a pretty impressive range that can chase us down. But the units themselves aren't that difficult to take care of, and they don't spawn in a way that makes them that overwhelming. And Caeda herself is also not that difficult. She is running a lot of things that bump up her attack, like Distant Storm here, Attack Death Rain, and Fierce Stance, in addition to having her spear grant effectiveness against armored and cavalry units. But she kind of falls into the same trap that other Vantage units like Altina fall into, where if she can't actually get her Vantage effect online, she's not that difficult to take down, and her Faithful Loyalty does give her Vantage if a armored or cavalry foe initiates, but we're just not going to use those to initiate on her, and then the issue is not really an issue. And she also gets Vantage after combat, but if we just take her down in one round of combat, then that's also not an issue. And she does have surprisingly good def and res, but nothing insurmountable, especially since she stacked her attack so hard that she forgot to take Iote Shield to prevent weakness to bows. So that is something we can easily exploit. And oddly enough, they didn't give her like Miracle, which I think would have been smarter for a Vantage focused unit. I get that they want to really make her stack her damage, but I think Miracle would have been better, because then she could guarantee one survival and get that Vantage effect up. That just seems like it would have been a better option, honestly. So the map itself isn't that bad, but it is a little difficult for the particular units that I wanted to bring. As you can see, our dear Professor Byleth is a little busy, a little preoccupied. He's off fighting in the A Hero Rises voting gauntlet. So instead we are bringing some old familiar faces, and of course our newest unit, Alphonse. This is the same team that I used for his showcase, and since that was a fairly short showcase, I thought it'd be fun to bring them out again, show off some of the new upgrades that Soleil and Klein got, and just let them go ahead and handle things while the professor's busy with his work. So leading the charge is our dear best daughter Morgan. She is running her standard nuke support hybrid set, although she is going a little less heavy on the nuke aspect and has swapped out her offensive seal for ground orders to give everyone some extra movement shenanigans, and she's still hitting pretty hard even without a offensive seal, so that lack of damage doesn't really affect her too much. Next up is our Cutie Pie Soleil, who is running a high damage output wall breaker set. She is just focused on doing a lot of damage. Fury gives her a little bit more survivability, some stats across the board, because she does actually need to tank a key hit, and being unable to counterattack with her fire sweep effect, she can't rely on something like Aether to recharge her HP in the middle of that combat, so having that a little bit of extra cushion is helpful. And Drive Attack is also just to help get a few key kills. Next up is the lovely Klein. He is just running a pure offense initiator set, just nuking with his Brave Bow, stacking attack and speed to try and quad the enemy and trigger Deadeye, and just do a lot of damage. And finally is our lovely Alphonse, here to support the team. He's going to sweep in and tank some hits from ranged units, and there are actually quite a lot of them on this map. This is the same build we used in his showcase, although we did swap out Bonfire for Ignis, just because we actually were getting our special off too early. We actually need it ready to go when we initiate, so we needed a slightly slower charging special. So with that, let us proceed to the battlefield. Angels assemble! Alright, so right off the bat we're going to actually swap Alphonse and Morgan. We want him up here, and we're going to just start by having Klein draw Alphonse back. We're just going to let them all come to us, and we're just going to pick them off as they approach. Alphonse is really helpful for that, since he will just take care of a lot of the ranged units, and we can just kind of pull out of the way for most of the melee units, though we will have to come up into this area just ever so slightly. And next we are going to have Morgan move up, and Soleil is going to reposition her over and keep everyone clumped together for now, and we are just going to pass. They're going to move closer to us, but they can't reach us, and now we are all in position. Klein is going to start us off by moving down and attacking this lance fighter. Hit him with the quad. Here comes a Deadeye, and that gives us enough damage to drop him down. Next we are going to have Morgan come over and take out the sword fighter. This one especially could be troublesome with that armor smasher to take care of Alphonse, but they are no more. And now, speaking of, Alphonse is going to come up and attack this lance knight, and they are just so slow that even Alphonse can double them, and is just going to take them down thanks to their low res and triangle advantage. And now we're going to have Soleil move up and attack this sword cavalier. Unfortunately, that is going to leave her in range of this axe cavalier who's going to attack her. But we do have the color advantage in that matchup, so that's fine. She triggers a Ruptured Sky, doesn't really need it, but does take him down. And here comes the axe cav. Chop, chop. She barely endures, and then that Fury chip damage is going to drop her to 1, but Alphonse is going to take out this meme-tastic blue cavalier and just double back. Hit him with the Ignis. Here comes some overkill. Bam! 97 damage. Quite impressive. They are going to attack us, and Crafty Fighter lets us get that double and charge up our Ignis again. That will be important. Now, from here, we're just going to have Klein use ground orders from Morgan to move up here and attack Caeda. And see, she doesn't have her Vantage online yet, so she's just going to get shot down twice, and down she goes. No issue at all. She didn't get to do a thing. Next, we are going to have Soleil move over and attack this Axe Flyer. Hit him with the Ruptured Sky. Down he goes. And that one was an issue because they had a Tempest skill that gave them a lot of extra reach, and they could easily move over and take someone out if we tried to retreat. So best to just move over there and attack. Now, this Axe Cavalier will come down and attack Soleil because Alphonse can't swoop in and protect for melee, and Alphonse can't take him out. But if we have Morgan move over here, her father's tactics boost gives him enough speed to actually double on player phase, and with the Ignis we do enough damage to take him down. There we go. And that ends our turn. And they're all going to just attack Alphonse because he's going to swoop in and protect our other units anyway. So they do a little more damage by attacking him directly, but they're still doing nowhere near enough damage to break him since they're all ranged units. Alphonse is just tanking all of this and just healing it back up with his Amity Blooms. No issue at all. Bam! So even when he's not getting kills back, he is still more than doing his job. Now we can have him finish off the Bowfighter. Whoosh! Down he goes. Klein can take out this Troubadour. Bam, bam. And Soleil will slice up the Red Mage. And that just leaves these two. And Morgan can move over and take out the Sword Flyer. And it doesn't even matter if she's a little weak physically, because her physical defense won't matter, because Alphonse is just going to swoop in, tank the Red Thief. Even with triangle advantage, they are doing nothing to our boy. He more than covered for Morgan, and now she can just finish the job. And zap! Down he goes. And with that, the map is cleared. See, no real issue. Even not being able to counterattack melee, Soleil was able to tank the one relevant hit, and we got through just fine. And we have earned the gold Ilian Wing Hairpin, another trophy for our vault. So that was a fairly short one, but I still liked that we got to showcase some of our lesser used units nowadays with Soleil and Klein. Got to show some of the upgrades that they've gotten to their kits, and I feel like they're doing a lot more damage now. They fell off pretty hard, but now they're doing a bit better. And Alphonse also got to show off his save tank abilities a little more. So overall, this was a rousing success. And all it took was a little regicide. So thank you, as always, so much for watching. I hope that this was interesting and maybe gave you some ideas if you were struggling with this map. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army signing out.